Hello students, let us discuss now sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. What are STDs? The diseases or infections which are transmitted from person to person through sexual contact or intercourse are collectively known as sexually transmitted diseases. Diseases or infections which are transmitted from person to person through sexual contact that is nothing but intercourse, sexual contact or intercourse are collectively known as sexually transmitted diseases. Also, in abbreviation, STDs. Okay, sexually transmitted diseases are also known as STIs. STDs are also known as STIs. STI, sexually transmitted infections. Sexually transmitted infections, also known as venereal diseases. Venereal means contagious. Which is spreaded through contact. So contagious. That's why the STDs or STIs are also known as venereal diseases. Also known as reproductive tract infections, RTIs, or we can say reproductive tract infections. You may be asked by using any abbreviated form. Means you may be asked about the sexually transmitted diseases by using RTI or STD or STI or VD. So I am telling you the different alternate term used for the STD. These are caused by some pathogens. So let us talk about the causative agents. What are the causative agents? Generally, STDs are caused by bacteria, viruses, protozoa, spongy, the ectoparasites the parasite may be an protozoan or fungus or an helminthes, so nematodes. What are the mode of infection? Mode of infection. Mode of infections. It is transmitted from the infected person during the intercourse. It may be vaginal, anal or oral. From an infected persons. From an infected person. Through unprotected sexual intercourse. It may be transmitted by sharing the infected needles or surgical instruments through infected needles or surgical instruments. It may be transmitted while transfusion of blood from an infected person or transplantation of any organ from an infected person. How? If without testing, without blood test, if it is done. From, if the transfusion, by the transfusion, okay, by the transfusion of blood from an infected person. Transfusion of blood or transplantation of organ person or even transplantation of organ from an infected person. From an infected person. And when else the STDs can be transmitted from a mother to infant just before or during the parturition. From mother. What pregnant mother? If it is just during the parturition, let us see from mother to infant. Infant. Just before or during parturition. Just before or during parturition. Students, please note down. If it is required, pause, zoom and write. Okay? Am I clear? Mode of infection? Okay. Now let me explain how from a mother it is transmitted to the infant. Because during parturition, many blood vessels are constricted. The endometrial blood vessels, they are constricted and torn out. So at that time, the blood of the fetus, the blood of the infant, you can say fully grown fetus, now it is baby, infant. The blood of the infant and mother may come in contact, come in direct contact. That's why there is a possibility, there is a chance of transmission of the sexually transmitted disease, this STD from mother to offspring or infant. But never think about through breastfeeding it can be transmitted. No, it is not transmitted through breastfeeding. Okay, now let us discuss about the symptoms. Many STDs, they do not show any symptom. Many STDs do not show any symptom. Do not show any symptom. So there is a greater risk of transfer of this transmission of disease to others. However, the symptoms include the vaginal discharge, penile discharge, ulcer on or around the genitalia, genital tract, and pelvic pain. So if the STDs that remain asymptomatic, then what happens? There is a greater risk. If asymptomatic, do not show any symptom, means remain, we can say asymptomatic. If asymptomatic, it creates a risk, greater risk it creates the greater risk of passing to others, other persons. However, the symptoms include, the STDs which show symptom, the symptoms include vaginal discharge, penile discharge, ulcer on or around the genitalia, and pelvic pain. Genitalia, reproductive organ. Mainly, you can say genitalia. Okay, I have written here genitalia. Genital tract, reproductive tract. Genitalia or reproductive tract. In females, the infected females, mostly they remain asymptomatic. If the females remain asymptomatic, what happens? I am erasing a little. Around let me write down over here, around the genitalia. Let us discuss what happens in case of infected women. Infected women generally remain unsymptomatic, so that they remain undetected. The STDs remain undetected. In untreated STDs in women leads to many complications like PIDs, pelvic inflammatory diseases, the abortions, the stillbirth, ectopic pregnancies, okay, even infertility. So what happens in infected, mostly infected women remain asymptomatic. So what happens? They remain asymptomatic, so remain undetected. The STDs are not detected, undetected. That leads to, means that is the result of untreated women. That means that infected women are untreated, not treated. Untreated women, they face many complications. That leads to development of many complications. Leads to many complications in the woman. Many complications. What are the complications? Okay, I told you what are the complications. Pelvic inflammatory diseases, or shortly called PIDs. Means swelling, pain, accumulation of water in the pelvic region where the genital tract passes through. Pelvic region, lower abdominal region. Pelvic inflammatory disease, also known as PID. PIDs. Okay. Then it may lead to ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic pregnancies. Already we have discussed earlier. What is ectopic pregnancy? That pregnancy occurs outside the uterus, that pregnancy will not establish, that definitely that fetus will not survive. So then abortions, stillbirth, dead, the born of dead child. Stillbirth, it may lead to stillbirths, and it causes the infertility, means it makes the woman sterile, incapable to become pregnant. Infertility, it develops the complications like infertility, even the cancer of reproductive tract. Even the cancer of reproductive tract. See, STDs make a major threat to a healthy society. STDs make a major threat to a healthy society. Hence, the prevention or early detection and cure, either prevention or if already infection is caused, then occurred, then the early detection and cure is given the prime consideration. Thus, because it makes a major threat to healthy society, to eradicate the STDs from the society, the prevention or either prevention or the early detection and cure to the infected person. Early detection and cure is the prime consideration, means is given the prime consideration under the reproductive health care programs. Reproductive health care programs. Okay, write down all this. Pause and write down.